Hello, I am going to make a video about how I do my normal makeup. Normally I do my full face, so what I did for you today was I did half my makeup for one side of my face. I'm going to do the other half right here for you. What I start off with is one of our Shadow Sense products. We have 21 different Shadow Sense colors, and so this is Sandstone Pearl. I use a brush like this, or you can use your finger. And I am going to go ahead and just dab this right down here because I have some under eye dark circles really. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that and dab it in. I'm going to look up in my mirror behind the camera here. And I just kind of put that in there real quick. I actually do two different products underneath my eyes, so I'll go to the next one in just a second. But while we're waiting for that, because it's a cream, as you noticed, and I'll show you again in a little bit. It basically goes on and it turns from a cream to a powder is the consistency of it. So, and I got my son here, so hold on one second. Here, you want your bottle? There you go. And I'm going to do my brow while I'm waiting for that to like set in, because Shadow Sense is different than Lip Sense, but it does stay on all day long and it's not going to budge or smudge or sweat off, or it's even waterproof. What I take is a brush like this, or you can take one of those ones that like it's a brush where you can, I'm trying to think how to describe that. It's more of a bristle brush, but I will just take this and I'll just dab on here a little bit, so you can see I got a little bit on the edge there, right? I just want to take that and start right there in the top, at the beginning, the front, I guess there, and just kind of blend that in. And I got a little bit on my actual skin, so I'm just going to take my finger and wipe it. And so it's got a little bit on my finger there. So when you first put it on, it will budge just a little bit. You can move it around as much as you need to, and then it's going to stay on all day. So it's going to be dry and set into my skin, to my, well, my hair in this situation. Underneath my eyes, I'm going to finish that up. I'm going to use Pink Frost, which is a different Shadow Sense that we have, and that actually kind of cancels out the dark purple color there. And I'm going to take that same brush that I used earlier and just blend that in. And that's going to brighten up my eyes quite a bit. So now I look way more awake. So I've got that on now. I'm going to use Onyx, which is our black Shadow Sense. And you can actually use this as well as an eyeliner, which I will show you right now. I'm going to wipe off all the excess that's on there. And I didn't bring a liner brush with me here. You can use a liner brush, as most people use, or you can just go like this. A very thin line. And I'm going to blend that in with my finger. I like not having to have a whole bunch of stuff in my makeup bag, so the less that I can have in there to do the most with, the better for me personally. Now the top here, and I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. There we go. And that's just a dot, that's a freckle I've got. But yeah, so now we go. Now my liners match on both sides of my eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and put some shadow on my eye. I'm going to use Mocha Java Shadow Sense in the crease of my eye and on the bottom part of my lid. Again, I'm just going to wipe off all the excess because this stuff lasts so long and it goes on so well, you only need a little bit. And if you ever want it darker, you can just put on another layer after it sets in, so just another minute or so after that. And there we go. So now I've got that in there. While I'm waiting for that to set in before I put another color shadow on there, I'm going to go ahead and put on my Lash Sense, which is our mascara. We also have Under Sense, which can it looks just like this, which is our Lash Sense. and this is black, and we have Undersense as well. That would just kind of bring the tube out to like here or so. So it's just about double the size. And what it does is you put it on underneath, you put the first layer on is Undersense, and then immediately after you put on your Lash Sense, and that is going to plump up not your lips, plump up your lashes and make them look even bigger, and it's going to extend out the length of the lash, which is really awesome. So I'm going to put on my mascara. What I do here is I just put it on, probably pretty similar to how most people put it on. I just want to get it on nice and evenly. I got a little bit on my actual skin, so I'm going to wipe that off, because before it sets in, you can still do that. I know you can hear my son, and he's just wanting to be part of the party. Happy as can be. And I have, right now I have my Undersense on the way, so I can't wait to be able to show you guys how amazing that looks. It looks like I didn't get enough over here, so I'll go back over there and touch that up. Okay, now I'm going to put on, see how I've got a little tint of purple on this eye? I'm gonna go ahead and do that on this eye, now that it's set in. And again, I'm just gonna go like this. Put it right on my brush, just a teeny bit. You can see right there, got just a little bit on there. So what I'm gonna do is blend that over most of my eye. And I've got it a little higher on this side than I do on this side. So I'm gonna just take my finger and wipe it, and then I'm gonna go back over that spot just to even it out just perfectly. There we go. So I'm going to, in just a moment, I'll top it off with Pink Frost again. So I'll show you that in just a second. Hey, Bowski. No. My dog's trying to lick my son. Now I'm gonna do my blush, and then I'll go ahead and finish up my shadow. Okay, so this is our blush sense. This is Cherry, which is a bright color, right? So literally just one little dot is all I'm going to put on my brush here. This is my brush that I'm going to be using for that. And like I said, a teeny dot. I'm just going to even wipe off the excess, like I'm not even going to use, I'm not even squeezing anything out of here. So just this, my brush is dirty, but you see how there's just a teeny bit on there, right? I'm going to start back here, and I'm just kind of applying it, and then I'm going to blend it in. And what I usually do, because I tend to put too much on my brush, because this stuff goes such a long way, I just kind of wipe it off my finger, so now it's on my finger a little bit, and then I'm going to go back and even it out. And of course I put this on in different lighting each time, so I'm just going to blend that. That way I'm even now. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes what I will do is add Pearlizer, which is technically a foundation of ours. It's not going to give you much coverage, but what it is going to do is give you a nice glowing luminous finish. And so what I do usually is I just take, it looks just like that, and I'm going to take the cap off, and I'm actually just going to squeeze a teeny bit on here. And that's it. Just that dot right there, right? And I'm going to take my brush, and this is technically a Sculpting Face Brush by e.l.f., which is one of those really inexpensive brands. You find it Walgreens or Meijer. And I'm just going to dab it right here, right here. If you want your lips to look bigger, you can actually go right above the lip, and that's going to make them look like they're bigger. And then I'm going to take the rest of it that's on there, and I'm going to go up here and blend in there and make this look a little shiny and pretty. And then sometimes I just do my nose just for the fun of it. So there we go. that is it. That's what I do on my daily routine every day to just get my face in order per se. And it's real quick and easy. It's not that difficult to do. It took me 10 minutes to make this video, but that was me explaining it. Normally it's like 5 minutes and I'm done, and it's super quick and easy. And yeah, so that's what I do. If you have any questions, let me know.